Yeah, we made it to the next round. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another live stream. Today, we are going to be recapping the entire first round today, and it was a round with many expected things and many surprises. Um, like my Sixers, they made the next round. I'm super excited about that, especially because we beat the Boston Celtics. Hate the Boston Celtics, and I truly thought that they were going to win the championship. You saw my predictions. I thought they were going to win the championship, but my Sixers took care of business in Game 7, coming back from 3-1 down and winning the series. So let's get my pad out, and we are going to get through each series. So if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn on your notifications so you won't miss out any of the exciting content that I post. And make sure to like this live stream if you enjoyed. We are on the road to 500 subscribers, so I could use your guys' help to get me there. Let's start it off with a sip of water. No Mountain Dew today, just some water. And I am ready to get started. We'll be recapping each series, and then I'll give you my predictions, my predictions of each round. Of the round two. Yeah, I'll recap round one, and I'll give you my prediction of round two. But yeah, so let's get started. We have 4 people in right now. I think the mic is working right now. There's 6 people now. So yeah, I think it's time to get started and give you my thoughts on each round. Pistons versus Magic. Let's start off with this series. The expected, I predicted that Pistons would win in 5. That is what happened. They did win the series, but instead of 5 games, it took 7. I barely got this one correctly. Look, I knew it was over as soon as I seen that the Pistons only scored 19 second half points in game 6. That is just absolutely pathetic. Not trying to discredit the Magic. They put up a really good fight in this series, better than what most people expected. They took the number 1 seed Pistons to game 7, and not a lot of people expected that. But like a lot of people even thought that the Hornets would have do a better job than the Magic. But hey, what is up, introvert? Welcome into the live. Um. So yeah, today the oof. Oh, okay, we're good. I thought I was lagging for a second. Oh, again, what's wrong with this? Okay, we're back. So Tobias Harris really stepped up in Game 7. He put up 30 points in Game 7 on 11 of 18 shooting. Really impressive from him. He played for my Sixers. I wish he did that for us, but he's doing it for the Pistons, and good luck to him in the future games. We'll see how he does and helps out this Detroit Pistons team. He's like one of the older players on this team. Cade Cunningham, there's a lot of positives about him and a lot of negatives about him in this first round. The positive, the guy averaged 32.4 points per game on 46% shooting. That's very impressive. Cade Cunningham, second playoff appearance of his career. It's the first one that where they actually had home court advantage, and they really did well. They take but they were able to claw their way back, and they won in 7. Now, my big negative about Cade Cunningham, and this is gonna, a lot of people are gonna say, "Oh, who cares, Ethan? Who cares? It's just an irrelevant stat." Now, I think it could be irrelevant at times. I'm not saying that this is making Cade Cunningham bad. I'm not saying this. Cade Cunningham still was phenomenal this whole series. But the negatives are he did average 5.8 turnovers per game. I don't remember a player getting that many turnovers, averaging in one series through game 7. In their losses, and their 3 losses that they had, Cunningham got 6.6 turnovers, including 9 turnovers in game 3 and 8 turnovers in game 4. So is a great player, as we all know, and I think he still did very well in the whole series, and I will give him credit for leading the way for this team. They won in 7 after being down 3-1. Won 2 games at home. Took advantage of that home court advantage. Won the game that they needed to win this away from home when they were down by 22 points at halftime, and held the Magic to 19 second half points. I don't know how they did that, but got to give credit to the Pistons, and also got to give credit to the Magic for still taking the number 1 seed to 7 games. What about the Cavs? Yeah, I'm actually going to talk about that series right now. Cavs versus Raptors. Sorry about all this lagging, everybody. I did get the series predict. It was actually Cavs in 7, though. I didn't predict the exact games. It was a really good series. Yeah, good game. It was the whole thing. It was a very, possibly one of the most entertaining series in the first round that we've seen. The Cavs were just really good, but got to give credit to the Raptors as well, because I think they both gave the fans something very entertaining to watch. Every single game, the home team won the game. But Game 7 was the example of why I picked Cleveland to win the series. I just believe in their front court a lot more. Their size is just, you can't. Jarrett Allen and Evan Mobley are just such a great front court duo. The second chance points are obviously what's really important. But you look at the Raptors and you think it was really impressive from them. They really worked. They may have gotten lucky in Game 6. I will admit they got lucky. I don't think they should have won that game. I think Cavs did a really good job to get back in it. But in Game 7 they were playing well, and then the Cavs just went on a big run. You have to give credit to Kenny Atkinson, whatever he said to the team at halftime. You know, it really helped this team. They outscored them 38-19 in the third quarter, and yeah, the Cavs are just a good team, and we'll see what the future holds for them. Next, Jesus, this is lagging a lot. I don't know why, but the expected. As you guys know, I am a big Sixers fan, a lifelong Sixers fan. And you also know I really can't stand the Celtics. But my job, been doing this, is to be objective, is to not be biased towards my Sixers, to 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 say what I truly feel, and what I truly felt was the Celtics were going to win this series in 5 games. I didn't think my Sixers stood a chance in the series. I said they would be lucky to win a game. Um, I said the Celtics would go on and win the NBA championship. What happens? My Sixers shock the whole world. And they win in 7. They knew it was going to be a hostile environment. Game 7 at the TD Garden, one of if not the hardest stadiums to play in the NBA. They knew it was going to be a hard series, and they just silenced everybody, including me. I didn't think we would have a chance, but I started seeing when I got to Game 7 that we were just really confident. We looked really good. VJ is something really special for this team. He's really special. He's really young. Oh, my screen's frozen. Gaming Girl, me. Oh. It doesn't look frozen from my end, like when I'm doing this. Maybe it froze for 1 second. We good? Yeah, I don't know what's happening today. Just lagging a lot. Yeah, and yeah, I know you guys can probably still hear me, but it just probably sucks to have to hear this with a frozen screen. Yeah, I really don't know what's going on, but let me finish this series up, talking about this series, and then maybe I can try to fix it some more. Sixers Celtics. They just really didn't play to win, and I don't want to hear the excuses. Jason Tatum was out in Game 7. Well, guess what? We had him beat out for Game 1 and Game 2. We still beat you guys in Game 2. And I thought the referees were allowing Jaylen Brown to get away with every push-off possible in that series. It was just very hard to play against, but we fought through it. Tatum and Brown showed that they just fell asleep towards the end of that series. There's nothing more to say about that. Maxey stepped up. I actually thought he was pretty quiet in the second half of Game 7, but then in the 7. I'm a Cavs fan, but I don't like the Celtics because they number 1 in the Eastern Conference. Yeah, I mean, nobody likes to see the Celtics on top of the East. Nobody. Yeah. What else is there to be said? No one likes the Celtics except for Celtics fans. But Paul George's defense great. Embiid was Embiid being Embiid, just really leading the way for this team. Sixers held the Celtics to 26% from three in Game 7. That was the key thing. When a Celtics team who has shooters like Derek White, Sam Hauser, shooting just lethal 3-point shooters, and you hold them to 26% from three, it's really impressive, and that was the key thing to why we won in Game 7. So we'll move on. I don't know if my screen is still frozen. Let me check on my phone if it still is. I don't know what's going on here. Yeah, it's still frozen. That's weird. Jeez. That's weird. Yeah, I really don't know what to say. It's just not working. I don't know. Everybody. But I guess we'll continue to do this. This has happened before, but I was able to fix it. But now it doesn't seem to be working. So let's go into the next series. Appreciate that, introvert, for believing in my Sixers. Really appreciate that. I believe in your Cavs as well, because I mean, the Cavs are just a really good defensive team. I think they're a really big team with Evan Mobley and Jared Allen. Yeah, and sorry about the technical difficulties, everybody. But I think if you guys can hear me, okay, then I don't see a reason why we can't continue this. Yeah, James Harden has been, I mean, we know his playoff track record, we do, but it's not about that. Yeah, good idea, Nikki. 2 times. I think I'll quickly try that. Work around it, because I did try. But if you guys could still hear me, then I think that's the most important thing. Knicks versus Hawks. What I predicted for this series was Knicks in 6, and that is exactly what happened. Knicks won in 6 games. Quinn Snyder really simply needs to be fired. Yeah, let's be honest. He does need to be fired. The Knicks won 140-89 in Game 6. And I said it. Didn't I say Trae was not the problem of this team? He wasn't. It wasn't him from the very beginning. I knew it wasn't wasn't the problem. And everyone said that they were better off without Trae Young. But I knew he wasn't, because Quinn Snyder, we all know his track record. feel I feel so sorry for their number one pick, Zachary Risache, getting garbage, getting absolutely garbage minutes over and over again. Yeah, it was shocking. It was really shocking, and uh, there's nothing more that needs. And like I said, Zachary Risache getting garbage minutes. I think he has a lot of potential still, but not with the Hawks, not with this coach. This coach has coached him really badly, has given him garbage minutes over and over again. Um, his as Risache's, what they're trying to have him do is catch and shoot threes. It's not working for him. It's not working. Zachary Risache, I don't doubt his defensive abilities. I think he get that. I think Quinn Snyder's just coached him all wrong. But the Knicks really did well, but they don't intimidate me as a Sixers fan. I think we could probably still give them a fight in that one. But yeah, Toe said it. Trae Young wasn't the problem for Atlanta. I said that they need to fire Quinn Snyder because I think he's just done really badly. Um, and he does flop in the playoffs with really talented teams like the Hawks. Next up, this series I don't want to talk about too much. Thunder versus Suns. Now, uh, I expected Thunder to sweep, and that is exactly what happened again. No surprise. I know people will be saying, "Oh, Shea is a free throw merchant. He averaged 12.2." Learn how to defend him without fouling. Now he does get very soft. Is it working now, everybody? I try to restart everything. I don't know if it worked or not. Very strange. I think it's working. Um, yeah. So, basically, the the Thunder were just too good for the Suns, and we all expected it. Um, Shea playing like an MVP as always, and winning the Thunder the series. But yeah, like I said, I expected it, so no surprises there. Let me just be. I'm gonna be right back, everybody. One moment. All right, everybody, I'm back. Hopefully, we can just continue to do this without any more problems. And yeah, I'm sorry for all the technical difficulties that we've had. Uh, let's try to make this a good live to end it off. Really sorry about that. And next up, we have the Lakers Rockets series. I said the Rockets would win in 5. I was dead wrong in this one. Lakers won in 6. Now, I don't even know what to say about this one. Yes, I think if the Rockets did have Kevin Durant, they would win. But also, the Lakers didn't have Austin Reeves for half of the series, and they didn't have Luka the whole series. So, really, it kind of just came down to which is the better team without with injuries. Uh, and we've seen that the Lakers really stepped up. LeBron, he still got it at his age. Like, no denying that he's still obviously he wasn't as good as his prime years, but I'm just saying, he's still a great player. It's incredible for his age. It's really impressive what he's doing. Luke Kennard he's completely stepped up. I think the Lakers were lacking that 3-point shooting without Austin Reeves, but then Luke Kennard stepping up and really performing well from beyond the arc. The Lakers' defense is what really stood out to me. Then how holding the Lakers to only 98.6 points per game. Just a really impressive performance by the Lakers. Yeah, 41 years old. He might be the best 40-year-old that we've ever seen. Um, just how he's still able to go on at that age. He might not even retire after this year. He might wait to play with his other son Bryce when he gets the NBA. He could probably still play with his grandkids in the future. That's how good he is at this age. Spurs versus Blazers. I said the Spurs would win in 5, and that is exactly what happened in this series. Spurs defense, they held the Blazers to 100 points. The Blazers did a good job getting their win. And, just a really good job there. And got to give credit to the Spurs, though, by easily taking them out. Wemby hurt, no problem. Castle and Fox really stepped up today, and that is the main point. That is the main thing that happened. Next up, the final series, the Wolves and the Nuggets, ladies and gentlemen. I said that the Nuggets would win in 6. It was actually the Wolves in 6. Really, really unexpected. And, David Adelman got it all wrong. The fact that he allowed... What did they sign Jonas Valanciunas for, the Nuggets? What did they get Jonas Valanciunas for? Just so Jokic could still be playing the entire second half, and he gets very tired to the point where he only takes 3 shots in the fourth quarter. Jamal Murray was awful in Game 6. Absolutely awful. Jokic, once again, carrying the Nuggets, and, I just feel very bad for him. And the Nuggets are just not good enough all around, it seems like, and they do need to make changes this offseason. Gobert, though, he really showed why he was a 4-time Defensive Player of the Year this year. Just really stepped up and defended Jokic to the best of his ability. Jokic still getting a triple-double, averaging a triple-double almost this series, which is really impressive. But Gobert was just phenomenal, and he really slowed down Jokic a lot. But my predictions, I think if my Sixers stay healthy, 12 points. I think Jamal was like 4 for 17 or something. But Sixers, I think if they stay healthy, they'll beat the Knicks in 7. That's my prediction. My Sixers, I think, will beat the Knicks in 7 if they stay healthy. Cavs, I think they'll beat the Pistons in 6. I think if it gets to 7, then the home court advantage might hurt them, especially with James Harden. You know how he is in Game 7s, but I think the Cavs could end this one in 6 because I just don't believe in the Pistons, especially after that first round. The Cavs are just really talented. They have a lot of weapons to throw at Detroit, and the Cavs are also just overwhelmingly massive. Their size is just very hard to go up against with having Evan Mobley and Jared Allen in the front court together. It's just probably the best front court duo that you'll see in the NBA this season. And the Thunder, I think they'll beat the Lakers in 6. I think the Lakers, if Luka can come back, it could go to 6. I think Thunder will probably win it in 5 if Luka doesn't come back in time. But I think if Luka comes back, Thunder could win in 6. And then I think the Spurs will beat the Wolves in 7 with a healthy Wembanyama. I think Rudy Gobert will be able to defend Wemby enough, but I think the Spurs are just too talented all around, and I think that's what will happen. Yeah, the Pistons did make a comeback, but I think that's what you're talking about, introvert. Pistons did make a comeback, but ultimately it shouldn't have ever gotten to that, and I think the Cavs will be just too much for them in the next round. So I do think your Cavs will be winning in 6 that series. Well, this was not the greatest of luck. We still had a lot of people in. That's really good. But yeah, just a lot of lagging again. Really, really sorry about that, everybody. I did my best to try to fix it, and I think I did fix it. Yeah, the Cavs, they it was kind of close in the beginning, but the Cavs, like I said, they outscored the Raptors by nearly 20 in that the third quarter, and that's what really, and like I said, rebounding the Raptors 60-33, that was really impressive as well. But yeah, I think I'm gonna end the live stream here. I think I've talked about everything I wanted to talk about with that first round. It was a really interesting first round. I gave you my second round predictions and what I think is going to happen. Thank you all for bearing with me through that. I don't even know what just happened. All the lagging. I don't know what. Well, I did my best to try to fix it so I could still continue and push through and try to finish this live for you guys because I haven't done a live in a while and I really wanted to do one today. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought of this live stream. Do you agree with what I said? If you don't agree, then let me know your guys' thoughts. Um, and until next time, thank you everyone for being in the live for just over half an hour, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, introvert. But anyways, enjoy the day, and I'll see you next time.